Hello everyone, this is Hava from Hava Wellness. I'm so excited. We're going live and we're going to speak about probiotics. I'm so excited and I'm going to invite Natasha so that way you can ask the questions and everything. And look where I am at. Look at the beauty. Look at an amazing probiotics. I'm so excited. I just came to pick up my order. And now I'm basically here and we can do the live session right from the office. I had an honor to be in the office. So, okay, 1 minute. Let me invite my dear Natasha. I'm inviting dear Natasha. Now, if you have any questions, you know I love questions. This is so beautiful because we learn through asking. I always encourage people to ask. Don't be shy. It's good. I mean, you know, the fun part is that after the session is done, then everybody's texting me, what should I do? How should I use the probiotics? It's funny, but it's okay. It's better than even not to ask. So, okay, let me ask her one more time. I'm inviting my dear Natasha. Natasha, come join. I see that you're waving, but you have to come up with me live. Look that I'm inviting you. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Beautiful day. Holidays, new year, new resolutions. Isn't that incredible? Okay, new resolutions are important because, you know, every time the holiday that it's coming, let me see. Okay, let me accept her this way. Holiday is opportunity to refresh, to restart. This is an absolute amazing time to look at yourself, to go over your life, to go over your history and fix it something. You know, the fool, as usually we call people who doing the same mistakes over and over. Okay, so the whole idea is not to do a mistake, but learn from your mistake and be better, and that's okay. Let me invite her one more time. Okay, I'm excited. Beautiful segments. I think what we're doing is absolutely creating a change in everyone's life. People slowly start learning about how important is restoring our microbiome, how sick we are. This is what I really see, how sick we are, how our children are so sick. It's a big, big problem. I'm trying to invite Natasha and she is not, she all the time shows me unable. Natasha, come join, love. Just press yes that you're accepting my invitation. Okay, trying one more time. I don't know what is happening. Okay, hopefully now it will work. Trying my best. If not, I will restart a new live again. If dear Natasha cannot join us, then I will have to restart a new one. Oh my gosh! Hello, Verico. I cannot believe we have people from all around the world. Oh my gosh! Hi, Verico. How are you? You're so sweet. You joined my live. This is incredible. You all the where you live now? Are you in Moscow? I'm so excited to see you. Oh my goodness. It's so nice that people coming from all around the world to listen and join our podcast. Okay, let me try one more time. I'm not sure what is happening. Not, I will have to restart a new video, which is fine with me. Hopefully it's okay with you if I will close and then I will restart a new one. If it's not gonna work, one more time. I'm gonna try one more time. I'm trying again. Oh, here we go. Now you are on. Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay. We have people from all around the world. This is incredible. This is very nice. I'm so excited. Okay, let's start.
Sorry, guy. You know what happens is your invitation is not coming. I see you're live, so maybe we need to work on the technical. I apologize to everybody, but
It's
there's a
okay.
specific invitation that comes when to go live,
Right.
and that just doesn't come. Just now it came.
Okay, fine. Because I do press. You just have to say, okay, I'm
Okay.
okay. It's okay. It's all good. It's fine. We are here, and I'm here where I am. I'm in your office, Natasha. So
Okay.
I came to pick up the packages, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's already so late. I have to stay here. So thank you. Yeah, invitation was accepted, so I'm here. Okay, fine. Now, let's speak about probiotics. Let's speak about how to use them. And what actually, it's incredible because I can pick up any product that will be talking about, and we can give a basics suggestions because every day this is all what I'm doing is trying to explain to people how to use a probiotics, at what age they can start taking it, which one is basically, let's create like this small info for everyone. So I'm thinking we're going to start with my favorite and the best probiotics that I feel it's a must in every home. That's a Superdafulus.
Yeah. Well, that was the first probiotic that came on the market, and believe it or not, there's nothing like it. And 42 or 45 years since this has been on the market. Nothing has come close to it. The problem is there's massive confusion because microbiology is complex and probiotics is even more complex than microbiology. So it gives vast amount of encouragement to people who don't want to do the hard work to just label something a probiotic, use maybe not an organism that's so friendly to the human being, and have that ethics to make sure that only the best microorganisms grown according to their needs, not our needs, so that they can help us become a healthier being. And, you know, it affects aging, it affects thinking, it affects digestion, it affects, since your body's rebuilding itself every year, this is a good starting point. And the people think that just because it's been around for so long that it's not new and it's not sexy. But let me explain to you that all in America we've been taught to look for new things. New does not mean better. In fact, in many times it means worse than better. And yeah, I agree with you. If people are confused, Superdophilus is a Lactobacillus acidophilus that's been in the literature for over 100 years and has been used successfully in the health food industry for well over 70 years. And before I introduced bifidobacteria in the late 1980s, the only thing that American public would accept is an acidophilus. In fact, the people who came up with another lactobacilli could not sell it in America because nobody wanted to buy anything except if it was an acidophilus. So that, you know, training now got transferred to probiotics, but now people are more confused than anything because number one, they don't understand the bacteria, they don't understand what they're supposed to do for you, and they don't understand why it's essential for your health in this day and age.
Right. So, so maybe we should give. Well, I also wanted to add on top what so beautifully you said. It's about, first of all, you should not be afraid of probiotics. But I'm talking about our probiotic. I'm not talking about anything that is outside. When people contact me, say, "Hey, probiotic caused me diarrhea." If it's not our product, I'm sorry, I cannot help you. But I can tell you that this product is absolutely incredible. It's harmless. That's what beauty about this. This is not going to harm not you, not your child, not your husband, not your relatives, and it's good for everyone. That's why I love this probiotic, because it's good for all. And the beauty is that it's alive and you can work slowly, depends on your need, and you can tap it down or take it more. There will be no harm. Okay, so that's why this is my base formula, and I give this so to almost everyone as the beginning. Now, Natasha, you want to tell for how, since what age we should give this to the child?
Yeah.
Besides life start, we're gonna get to the life start, but
Right.
I just want to say.
So I want to say that Protren Superdophilus has been on the market since 1982, and we have never had any complaints filed against us under any conditions, circumstances. And there's thousands of these bottles that have been sold. So what I tell people about Superdophilus, newborn infants need our Life Start Pro, and their mothers need. But Superdophilus can be safely given to a child that's a year older and can be given to them on a regular basis along with the bifidobacteria. Why? Because it likes to live in the upper area of your digestive tract. And that's where the majority of your food breakdown and absorption happens. And it will live partially in the large intestine, although it doesn't prefer to live in the large intestine, but it's somewhere it can live in any part of the intestinal tract it likes. And the reason I like it because you're making it simple for people. Everybody's made it very complicated, and they think that by buying a product that has a lot of names of bacteria listed on it, that this is a good product. It's not a good product because the right bacteria knows exactly what's right for you. It works with the system in your body, and it will stimulate other bacteria that it feels is necessary to keep the host healthy. Why would the bacteria do this? Because it has an intrinsic interest in keeping you healthy because it's the best place for it to thrive. It's very simple. If you understand this relationship, we in the Western world have created this deficit, huge deficit. And people say, well, why do I have to take this all the time? Because our environment and what we've done to our environment has destroyed the beneficial bacteria and its association with the human host. Remember, we are more bacteria than we are human cells. So if we have a deficiency of these beneficial bacteria, then the body cannot rebuild itself effectively. It cannot thrive. It cannot be apt to do what I call natural aging, not premature aging. It does so many things that it's not even feasible for me in a short hour interview to tell you how important the right probiotic species, the right probiotic strain is for you. And you have to trust the people or the person behind the product, because you cannot just have a marketing plan, go to some contract manufacturer, tell them you want to sell a probiotic, not check where the source is, what the fillers are, if it's got heavy metals, if it's got contamination, if it's even going to survive handling or stomach acid. And please don't be fooled by something that says, that it's shelf stable. It's a complete lie. Complete lie. So when you do that and you try a product that doesn't give you results, then you have a problem, because then you think all probiotics are the same. No, we are in a completely separate category, because people stick with us because they get results. And in this day and age, you need to get results.
So Super Dapolis is the one that you can start in 1 year old and up, and
Mhm.
work depends on the dosage. You can start with from half teaspoon to to even a teaspoon, even to tablespoon. Now that's the beauty of it, that you work accordingly to what your body is asking. But I'm
Right.
telling you, from working with so many people, that anyone who is taking this as a base right away tell me, oh, I sleep better, oh, I feel much, oh, my digestion is so much better. Also, I want to add to you, it takes time to restore your microbiome. So be
Mhm.
patient and don't rush and don't tell, okay, I took it twice, it didn't work, put it in the garbage. No, this is a live bacteria, so you have to work accordingly. You have to also create a space where they want to say, we're ready to work here. The problem that many bacteria that you buy in the regular stores, they're either dead, or they're like, they get into your stomach and it's like, who brought us here? Why we're here? We don't want to be here. We don't want to work. And also they're probably beaten and half dead. So who wants now to work? Where this is life, they are ready to work. You just have to give them the chance. Okay. Now let's speak for about a few other ones. Okay. Then my next one, which I absolutely love and give to everyone, is a Lifestart Pro for all the mothers out there, for
Mhm.
all the nursing mothers, everyone. You need to listen to this. Natasha, speak a little
Yes.
bit about that.
We were the first company in the world to introduce this product, which has the unique and most beneficial bacteria called Bifidobacteria infantis. Why is it called infantis? Because it's essential for infant health. And what we tell mothers, look, mothers in Western society have not been able to transfer this bacteria successfully for, I would say, the last 3 or 4 decades. In fact, so few are able to transfer it that even if you deliver vaginally and breastfeed, these bacteria is not transmitted to the child. And I personally believe, from watching all of this, that it's led to all of these problems we have with the children's learning ability, immune function, because this is an indispensable bacteria. So what I tell mothers, you take something like the Trinif Trio for yourself, and you take the Lifestart Pro in the last trimester of your pregnancy, because it needs to find a place to be transmitted to the infant once it passes your birth canal. And especially if you're having a C-section, that is so important to have this bacteria in the mother. Second, when the child is delivered, when you do the first feeding, you give a little bit. You don't give it high concentrations. You give it like a pinch, little pinch. You can put it on your nipple. If the child is breastfeeding, the child will suckle it off, whatever it needs. And you just add a little bit on each feeding during the day. And you're going to see the child's immune system develop well. You're going to see the child have better tolerance when it's introduced to food. All of these allergies, all of these problems we see with children is because this essential bacteria is not being transferred at the time of birth in Western societies. And it's not the only cause of the problem, but I feel it's the fundamental cause of the problem.
Absolutely.
And people don't understand bacteria. So if you don't understand bacteria, then you have to trust the person selling the bacteria, how long they've been in this business, how long have been doing this. Why haven't we just added new products? Because there is no better products that I have found, and I've been doing this for 60 years. This bacteria is essential for infant and human health as the infant develops into a child and then an adolescent. Without this bacteria, you're going to have a lot of problems with learning, with immune system, with food tolerance, and multiple allergies.
Okay. And I love that you already described so beautifully. So the mom can just put this on her nipple, and if, or she can mix it with a little bit her milk. And,
Yes.
and if you cannot nurse either, whatever, so then you can use the milk from the bank and then give it to the child. We always
Mhm.
prioritize mother's milk than all the soy and all the junky, ugly formulas, which contains corn syrup and all the stuff. Please really work on yourself. And I also wanted to say that moms who cannot nurse, that's because you have an imbalance in the body. Every mother must
Mhm.
the body is nature's way of bringing milk when there is a right time. And many times people tell me, oh, Hava, I cannot nurse, or I have, this is about blood flow, that's about stagnation. It's also
Mhm.
stress. So when you start taking care of yourself, and when you nurse the baby, you even sing and put some music and just enjoy and laugh, the milk will come. Few other suggestions that I would suggest, if already we're talking about the mothers who are nursing, a blessed tistle is an amazing tea or tincture. You can take it and it will help to bring in all this noise that people do, like all this lactation cookies. They're doing nothing. It's just to bring another click.
Mhm.
We're not interested in clicks. We're interested to restore you, to bring a real milk back to you, so that way the nature will come back the way it should be, and not will not suffer the way we
Yeah.
are, so many mothers are suffering. And I found this works incredible. The babies no longer have a gas. The babies sleep much better. They're more calm. Yes, each
Mhm.
child is individual, so you cannot tell me, oh, I'm giving to few children, one feels like this. Well, its individuality also plays an important role. But you should know this is the way to go, and you give this at the last trimester. You start taking this at the last trimester, right,
Mhm.
Tasha?
Yes, correct. And you want to also take the Trinitrio, at least 1 or 2 capsules a day. Why? Because I
Okay,
find most women in Western cultures have a disturbed microbiota. And by the way, I'm also now recommending, this is new, that the father take it
right.
because you're all passing bacteria in the family. This is what people don't understand.
Okay, now
You're
we're
the,
going to speak a little bit about Trenef Trio.
yes.
You suggest this for the husbands, for the mothers, for the wives,
Yes.
husbands, wives,
Mhm.
for some very sick people who have a digestive problems. I will suggest few things, because working with the people, I found how it works. But first, I want you to speak a little bit about that.
Yeah. Well,
About this.
first of all, what I did is in my 60 years of research and working with various universities and going through thousands of research articles, I found the 3 bacteria that have evolved with Homo sapiens and are in the literature at least for 100 years. I took those 3 bacteria and figured out a way to deliver them past stomach acid. Stomach acid was designed to do 2 things: break down protein and kill bacteria. Why does it kill bacteria? Because bacteria are mostly protein. So when it digests the protein, it kills the bacteria. Okay. So in order for it to survive in large numbers, you have to put it in an oil matrix. And the oil matrix has to be specifically designed for the bacteria to like it to be in a arrested state of growth.
Is
And you
it
have to, everything has to be thought through: the oil, the capsule, the delivery system. And I'll tell you why oil: because oil is not broken down by stomach acid. Our Trinif Trio has been shown to survive stomach acid as low as 1.8 pH for well over an hour. This is unheard of. Nobody, even pharmaceutical companies, don't have this kind of survival from stomach acid. And why is that? Because oil is emulsified by bile. The bile duct is a little bit below in your in your small intestine, and it's released by the gallbladder, and then what it does, it emulsifies the oil. And guess what? All of our bacteria are bile tolerant. So every aspect of from choosing the right bacteria for each part of your digestive tract, to making sure that it survives handling, storage, stomach acid, bile has been figured out by me. And once you figure out all these things that I'm talking about, you're going to have a product that works each and every time you take it. That's why it's so important, because the digestive health of both parents now, I am convinced, is contributing to the infant health.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Yes, and I also want, and how to take it, how to take it. Well,
Mhm.
you want to say how to take it, or
Yes,
you want?
most people start with one capsule a day, but I'm saying now, since I'm studying, and 80% of the population is chronically ill. If you are not in perfect health, I would say take one in the morning and one at night. And
Okay.
that would be great. And that would calm you down. It will create a more, holistic environment in your home, because now both parents are calmer. They're not stressed out. Please, when you have a child, slow down all of your actions. Make sure you chew your food. Make sure you enjoy your food. Don't be gobbling things and get annoyed because you got to get back to your desktop or you got somebody waiting. It is a time to have peace and unity in the home.
Okay. And I will add that from my experience by working with people, I found this is like a crown. So it's actually jewel in the crown, I would say.
Yeah.
All the probiotics are a crown, and they're all come up and build up to this one. So I found that we are in such a sick society that
Mhm.
even a combination of all three can sometimes cause like sort of a strong detox. So I found
Mhm.
what I do is, and this is how it works for me. So I can only speak for myself and for my clients.
Mhm.
I usually start by superdaphulus, and I give a superdaphulus usually as the beginning, and
Mhm.
after the superdaphulus, I then slowly give them trio. So I'm building up, meaning I like how you usually love to call it reseeding a good bacteria,
Right.
and we have a good bacteria which is receding, then I give the beautiful jewel in the crown, which is
Right.
the biggest. So that's
Yeah.
how I work, and I found it works so smoothly without detoxes, because sometimes detox can be uncomfortable, and I'm telling you that we are so sick that it's we need to receive the bacteria and then we take this one. This is
Right.
an absolute incredible formula, and you start once a day, and then you slowly listen to your inner voice, and then you add one more, and
Yeah.
that's okay, and it's beautiful. The only thing that we have to mention is, please do not take with acidic juices. That's the only thing. All the probiotics, actually this one you said it's okay, but I think it's better not to take with any orange juice with
Yeah, I agree with you. It
uh,
just avoid that. That way you don't have to think twice about it. And I like the fact that you're giving a superdophilus, because you're right. Most people are very toxic, and no medical practitioner has taught them what detox is, what normal, detox, and they all think it's an adverse, reaction. No,
right.
this is not hurting your body. You may be detoxing too quickly, and that's uncomfortable, but nobody in America has taught anybody about healing crises and what the body needs and how it needs to heal itself. And that's the difference. When you give chemical compounds such as pharmaceuticals, they cause real adverse events because they're not part of you. They're not part of your integral composition. They're foreign substances. What we're giving you is what's part of you. We're not giving you something that doesn't belong to you.
Yeah,
It's something that belongs to you that you've lost.
absolutely. That's the beauty of it. That so people understand it's just something that we lost. There's something that we need, and we lost due to our food. It's not our fault. I always say that that's not our fault, because
No.
we want to eat clean. But if you go to the regular store, you're gonna get the food that is so crappy. All the breads, all the it's like sometimes it's so much, and I understand everyone. It's nowadays it's not enough that we are working so hard to provide money and to feed and and have a roof over us. It's so much work and so much stress, then on top, instead going to the market and in one place get everything that we
Mhm.
That's basically the idea was. Now you have to run between different stores. In this store, the fish is better. Oh, in that store, the meat is better. Oh, but there I cannot buy fruit, so I have to go specific time at the farmer's market. I absolutely understand. I wish we've been so easy on us that you just go into the one place and order everything. That's the way it should be in our time, but unfortunately it's not. So
No,
absolutely understand everyone. And the food that you get is full of pesticides and so much toxins, and on a daily basis you deal with all that. That's a big problem. And I
I just want to say when you're saying that the pesticides, most people don't know that pesticides are very potent antibiotics.
right.
They
Thank
destroy our whole microbiome. Not only are we abusing antibiotics by taking too many when not necessary,
you.
we're also getting secondary antibiotics through the pesticides that are sprayed on, especially if you're a golfer, on golf lawns. It's sprayed on your fruits and it's sprayed on your vegetables. And even if you're buying organic fruit and vegetables, know that it's now loaded with resistant bacteria. They may not be spraying the antibiotic pesticide, but now the bacteria have become smarter and more harder to wash off and take care of. That's what I'm telling people. We have changed the whole ecosystem radically, not a little. We have changed it radically. So even if you're eating organic and you don't know how to properly wash your fruits and vegetables, you're getting a lot of these bacteria that are resistant and will cause problems.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Bulgaricum. Should we speak a little bit about
Yeah.
Bulgaricum? I absolutely love this formula. Okay, so
Yeah,
let's.
well, Bulgaricum is part of your natural yogurt starter, and the word Bulgaricum comes from the famous people of Bulgaria. That's what it's called, Bulgaricum. The bacteria, that's one of the bacteria used to make yogurt. And why is it so unique? It's unique because it's one of the very few bacteria in the probiotic world that can actually pre-digest your food. It will stimulate peristalsis, meaning the movement of food through your intestines, so that they can properly absorb the nutrients and make sure that the toxins exit the body in a healthy, timely way. It's also the most incredible boost to your immune system. It is the one that can definitely boost killer cell activity, T cell activity, which is your first line of defense. That is so important. That alone gives it something. And it's the one bacterium that you can give to people who have very severe constipation. It will help with their peristaltic action. I think most people in the Western world suffer from some form of constipation. A, they've killed their good flora. B, they don't drink enough water. C, they eat very processed food. And D, they sit all day. So that's the recipe for severe constipation.
That's amazing.
And
I agree with you. Can we given this to children?
I wouldn't give it to children younger than, maybe 2 years old because it is a very powerful, it's not that it's harmful, but if you don't have experience with it and you need to test how it's taken by the child, I wouldn't do it because most people in America don't know how to deal with healing crisis that I talked. And
Right,
it may be too strong because it'll get rid of anything that's foreign to it. And that may, stress some parents out because they're not used to healing crises.
right. So what I would usually suggest who anyone, we just recently had a case of child who had a severe diarrhea. I suggested superdafulis because the child
Yes,
is young, but for older children, you definitely can give that with the superdafulis together.
right, right. And I found that especially young women, teenagers,
Yes,
they all suffer from constipation because they're all
absolutely.
on these ridiculous diets.
Yes,
And this, the superdophilus and the bulgaricum are actually miracles to get the body functioning. You don't want to do anything that disrupts or artificially forces the body to move. What you want to do is you want to get something that's part of you and that
exactly.
it's there to stimulate appropriately so that you can return to a normal cycle. That's what's important.
This is very important to mention that, because sometimes people think that if we take laxative, that can actually help us. That's actually cause more damage, which is not a good idea. So I would not suggest taking any laxative. Stay away from all this garbage and
No.
just use the wholesome stuff. Now, there is herbs that you can use. Yes, they're quick and they are wonderful. And but the question is, are you rebuilding or you just doing something quick fix? No, we're talking by rebuilding. So this is actually the bacteria that we're lacking, and it will help to rebuild. That means
Yes.
by taking it slowly, your body say, "Ooh, finally I can go back to myself," because it's not just a quick fix. This is actually restoring and rebuilding. This is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
And
And I just want to say this, bacteria are not stupid. Okay. So they do things to make you healthy because you're the best place for them to thrive. It's a
absolutely.
mutual benefit. So people need to understand that I choose bacteria. They love to stay inside of you because you're the best place for them to thrive. And that's their primal directive. They have to multiply their own kind. So you see, if you understand this, it works very well together and you develop a wonderful synergy to keep you healthy, living long, and functional.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Would you like to say
Yeah.
a few words about the Fidonate?
Yes.
Fidobacteria.
Again, I was the first person to introduce bifidobacteria to North America in the 1980s. And I studied with a world famous researcher for almost 20 years on the benefits of bifidobacteria. I worked with the best German scientists. I contacted the best people in Japan. I learned everything I needed to know. And I found out that people in the West didn't understand bifidobacteria. And the reason they didn't understand it is because we were mostly interested in lactobacilli. But bifidobacteria is the most important bacteria for your large intestine. By the
Right.
way, the colon is part of your large intestine. And that is like the last process of your digestive tract. It's where a lot of immune function gets stimulated. And that's your waste and disposal system. The bifidobacteria will take the pressure off of your liver. Why? Because it efficiently will remove toxins in via your feces coming out of the large intestine. It will make sure that as few toxins get back sent back to the liver, and then the liver is stressed trying to detox those toxins, where it should be going out the natural way through the feces as it's processed in a healthy large intestine that contains large numbers of healthy bifidobacteria. Now, the problem in the West, and this is research that one doctor in particular has been trying to publish, that if you have been exposed to the spike protein, whichever way you've been exposed to it, it literally has destroyed the bifidobacteria in your large intestine. And
Right.
many people are now deficient of this very important life-saving bacterium. So if you've been exposed to spike proteins in any fashion, you need to be taking lots of this.
Absolutely, I agree with you, and also you should know, everyone, you can work with all three probiotics, which means you can take superdaphilus, then you can take bulgaricum and bifidonate. You can also mix them together in the powders and chuck
Mhm.
them down. That's the beauty of it. That all what we do is basically we're giving you the tools so that way you found which one is works the best. Because sometimes the people tell me, Hava, I'm taking superdaphilus, but well, should I just add bulgaricum? And I would say, yes, you can try and see how it works. It's
Mhm.
not that, oh my gosh, I just wasted. No, you're not wasting anything, because there will
Well,
be someone come with diarrhea. Here we go. Someone have a problem because they're traveling a lot and now they have issues. Well, they can take all three, or they can
that's
just
right.
take trio. So you can play around. It's just like having apples, pears, and tomatoes, and then you just thinking, oh, what should I do? Should I use the tomatoes, or should I use now a pear
Yeah.
and cobbler? It's just a part of your food, because I don't mind, and I will make a video where I'm gonna follow exactly the way Natasha taught me how to prepare a yogurt. But
Mhm.
I know in our society, most people will not gonna prepare it. I mean, I want everyone to prepare, but I know most people are so busy. So
Yeah,
this is just saving your time, and this is not expensive. It's so affordable. That's what we are working so hard to bring this to everyone, so it will
that's
be
right.
affordable to all, and it's incredible. Yeah,
And people would be surprised, how much money they spent every day. They don't even realize it. But one thing I want everybody to be aware of, that we are more bacterial cells than we are human cells. Okay. And we are a hybrid of bacteria and human cells. So, in order to stay healthy, we have to create that optimal balance with the bacteria and the human cells if we want to age gracefully and we want to avert having a lot of disease. Because what is disease? Disease comes from the word meaning less ease. Okay. And if your body needs to produce 10 million new cells every minute. It's got to produce healthy proteins. It cannot produce healthy proteins unless it has a really healthy microbiota composition because the bacteria are everywhere in your body, in your bloodstream, in your brain, in your organs, in your skin, in your GI tract. They're everywhere. And every disease now known to modern science, and it's been talked about for well over 2,000 years, has its origin in the 27 feet of GI tract. And that's the one thing that Big Pharma doesn't want you to understand how your body works and what you need to do to keep it healthy. All the information is partial. It's
right.
everybody's trying to give you a quick fix. What I'm trying to tell you, if you spend the time to understand what we're saying, you're going to reverse your health. You're going to become healthy again. You're going to have more positive view about life. You're going to learn that you've got to stop stressing yourself out over things because what is most important is to have harmony, and that harmony is produced also by the bacteria composition in your entire body.
Yep.
It's not part of us. It becomes part of us, and we have to be a really good host, otherwise it won't stay.
I agree with you 100%. And I also wanted to add, there's so many people right now that are sick. I mean, my Go Healthy group is just filled with people who are asking nonstop, oh, severe flu, severe this, severe cough, severe. It's
Mhm.
all about, let's just this, we finalize it and we're going to finish it because I don't have enough battery today, and I don't have here how to.
Charge your phone, yes.
Yes, but that's okay. But so I just wanted to everyone to understand 80% of your immune system is in your gut. So
Yes,
if your gut is not healthy, you are not healthy. This
right.
is so simple and so easy. So remember, if you have a flu, if you have any sort of a problem that prolongs, you're sick nonstop, and look at the children, poor children, everybody is suffering so much. Anything, any kind of viruses, everything begins in your gut. So if your gut is not restored correctly, if you might be eating organic food, but
Mhm.
you do not have a good bacteria, then you're in trouble. And that's what we're trying to say. Do you understand? It's so simple, but I know sometimes simple things need to be re-explained and re-explained again.
Um,
So remember, you sick because 80% of your immune system is not working efficiently. So
yeah.
that's why you are sick. So instead hopping ivermectin and a this and a that and 100 different remedies, you go to the main source of the problem, which is your gut. You need
Mhm.
to restore your gut microbiome, because we would get seasonal sick here there. You know how often? Maybe once in a couple of years. But now it's severe. I hear all day long, even
Yeah,
while we are now live, Natasha, I'm getting people like texting all the time. Oh, just finished with the flu. Now another flu. Oh,
yeah.
I'm sick.
What's very important, I want to stress this, Hava, what they don't understand. Those immune cells communicate 24/7, every nanosecond, with other bacteria in your gut. Okay. It's so important to have the right bacteria communicating with your immune cells because immune function Healthy immune function will eliminate allergies, will eliminate allergic skin reactions, will eliminate not being able to fuel your body. In other words, you can't just feed your body, you need to fuel your body. Will help with recycling hormones, will help to stimulate the growth of certain things that you need to have grow.
Right.
So many essential functions in the body are regulated with this very tight communication between the bacteria and the immune cells. The
Right.
immune cells will become hyperactive if they don't get the right signaling. And I won't make this too complicated. So, what we have done is we've upset because on purpose, people don't understand. They tell you, oh, you have a food sensitivity, you have a allergy, you have a cold, you have this, your immune system. Nobody tells you that this immune cells communicate every second of the day with the bacteria that's in your gut, which is usually 100 trillion microbes or more. So you can imagine if you've ever seen the movie Star Wars, multiply that by 1,000. And that's what's going on with this photon light emission and communication in your gut while we're talking, while we're doing the things that we love. And we've been so dumbed down not to understand our body that we're looking for quick fixes that actually, in the end, harm us more than help our body.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And if anyone have any questions, please ask because we're going to wrap up. I only have 14% of battery left. Okay, so if anyone have any questions, if not, we would like to wish everyone a happy new year. And as I said in the beginning, every holiday, it doesn't matter whose holiday, which holiday. Holiday is a time of reflection. This is the time that we look back on a year that passed and we grow and we say we don't want to do the same stupid mistakes. We want to be better. That's the beauty of it. The beauty is to see where we are at. If we're sick, then let's rebuild our microbiome. Let's learn
Yeah.
about this. Let's don't just follow these quick noises. It's too much noise, and you're not gonna get nowhere. We start from the basics. Then you can also look at your emotions. If you can
Mm-hmm.
do something for yourself better, learn, go get in touch with your own self. This is another thing that people are trying to look for someone. They need some sort of authority to tell them, oh, you need to behave this way, or you have to do this way. You don't need no one. All what you did is honest outlook about yourself. This is how the healing starts, because I
Yeah.
don't live in your body, Natasha doesn't live in your body.
No.
We can suggest, but by the end, honestly, the honest healing starts within you. When you know, oh, I ate today crappy food, oh, I was so angry today, oh,
Mm.
just this thought. This is, we've been, unfortunately, we've not never been learned about this. This is so upset that you go to the school and they just teach you follow the orders, when in reality there is no one like you. I see here Anna. There is no one like Anna. There is no one like my dear Natasha. There is no one like any of these amazing people who joined us. You're one and unique. And this is so amazing. Please take
Mm.
this knowledge and just flow with that. And
Yeah.
thank you so much, everyone.
I just want to tell, listen, you're right. The end of the year is a time to reflect and we can change things. If we keep doing the same thing and expect different results, that's called insanity.
I agree.
And we have to start learning how our body works. So far, all this advice that people have given has not improved the 80% of chronic illness we have in this country. People have been dumbed down for a reason. They want you to look for a quick fix and they don't want you to think. If you think and understand that each thought that you have, each emotion that you express that's negative, destroys your body, there's a price to pay for that. So
Absolutely.
once you learn how to look at reality, treat your body, treat the people in your family, put them first. Don't put your iPhone or your desktop first. Your family members come first, your children, your husband. We have to build a healthy society. We've forgotten how to build a healthy home and a healthy society. We don't understand what we need, and we don't understand what we want.
I agree with you 100%. And I tell you what is all one more thing that I think that computers are made us is to to learn and get information very quickly. And
Mm-hmm.
expect that the same way our body will react. You want to take something, and then one day you want to see a
Mm-hmm.
miracle. It doesn't work this way.
No.
Maybe for certain medication, yes. In times also depends obviously on, but I'm saying by restoring the problem that you have, it takes time and patience. So this is what you need to understand. So if you start taking something and you don't see results, then you need to either increase it or tap it down or bring, play around. That's the beauty of it. The stuff that we give you will not harm
Mm-hmm.
you, just rebuild you. And again, it starts by being patient, listening to your inner voice. And
No.
that's the beauty of it. And that's the only way we can succeed. Listening, going back to yourself, bringing love, and just, and just love people around you as well. I think it's very important. We become
No.
such negative. If you open the news all the time, you hear negativity, negativity.
No.
That actually removes the good bacteria. And I think this is on purpose as well.
Oh,
So,
yes.
so
Oh,
join.
yes. The good bacteria don't want to stay with hostile environments. Believe me, they're
Yeah,
not stupid. They
yeah,
don't do anything because they want to impress us. They do things because it's in their best interest. So that's one thing we need to learn. We have to change how we perceive reality and how we treat our bodies, because so far, with all these quick fixes, we have not reversed this chronic illness in this country. People are still popping so many pills and not getting better. And they don't even know what a healing crisis is. They get so much information that's taken out of context that they don't understand, that we're not seeing a reversal in this sick country. We're seeing maybe in the 5 or 10% that are really taking the time to drill down, but we're not getting enough people healthy. We're not reversing autism. We're not reversing cancer. We're not reversing heart attacks. Those major problems in our society have not been reversed. And we
I,
have to ask ourselves, what is it that we're doing that's not causing us to get better?
I agree with you. Okay, thank
Okay.
you so much, everyone. Thank
Happy New Year. Happy, healthy New Year. We'll see you next year.
We see you next year. That's amazing. And we're going to give you more tools. Don't worry.
Oh,
We're here. Natasha giving her time, her precious time to us every Monday at 3 p.m. Come join
mm,
us. Bring your friends. Come on. It's amazing. Ask your questions.
yeah.
Learn. We're
And
such
just tell them that
lucky ladies.
the mothers and the women can change the world. We
I
can.
agree. I agree.
All right.
Bye,
Talk to each
everyone.
other. Bye
Bye,
bye.
everyone. Bye bye. Bye.